He'll figure, nigga. This is the Star Report. Sunday, late night edition. Happy Easter, or what's left of it. I love the holidays. Had a great childhood. And I hope that you enjoyed today in terms of family, gatherings and things like that. All right? If not, don't worry about it. We're here to get to the dumb shit either way, okay? Rory, let's get right to it. Formerly of the Joe Budden podcast, now currently with Rory and Mal. I met Rory years ago. Great guy. I was an early guest on the Joe Budden podcast, and I have a lot of respect for Rory. And he went there. The video, not just audio, the video is in my community section. You can see Rory say, somebody is gonna knock him the fuck out. Talking about Trey Songz. Now, of course, we're thinking, damn, did he smash your girl? So that's what we are tonight. Rory, formerly of the Joe Budden podcast. And as he was talking, he was being filmed. He was live on Instagram because he read a comment. And salute to his brown sugar, his black queen, whoever she was on his side. She was chopping or cooking something. She let him talk. And she added a little something to the conversation, but she wasn't telling him to chill. Damn, we have to talk about this tonight. Yes, we do. Rory, I fuck with you heavy, but you dumbed out. You dumbed out. Talking about Trey Songz is nasty. His documentary will be worse than R. Kelly. Holy smokes. Troll babies, good evening. How you guys doing? I got a little taste tonight. Hey, TJ, thank you for tapping in with your donation early. TJ says, how much Oprah going to pay to sit Trey down? You guys have to keep me up to speed on the bullshit. This is not really trending now, but it's picking up traction. Videomixtape.com has it up on Twitter and a few other sites as well, all right? Also, tonight, former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms was denied this Friday that just passed. Perimeter Mall, they would not let her in here in the Atlanta metro area, Perimeter Mall. That's where Mr. Vegan is. They denied her to come in because she had on some type of leggings or jeggings. So she posted on Twitter, I have her exact tweet. She says, odd that a restaurant in a mall parking lot turns away customers with mall attire. Asked if I could sit in the bar area and was told no. Rules are the rules. Just wonder if and then she says, wonder if the woman who came in immediately after me, who I didn't see come back out, was also denied service. Folks, Atlanta is the South. Don't get it twisted, but this is the former mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, who now, by the way, is a CNN political commentator as of February the 7th, according to her Twitter page. I haven't watched CNN in many, many months. I think it's contrived and very, very biased. But, okay, so she's on CNN now. And I want to talk about that. Your experiences with being, should we say, marginalized at restaurants or asked to leave or not being given a seat. How do you feel? Now, with respect to the title, Rory from, let me say Rory and Mal as opposed to just the Joe Budden podcast, because Rory and Mal have been putting it down. I also want to touch on the shooting that occurred in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania last night. 2 people under the age of 18, minors, killed at a Airbnb party where there was a reported 200 people. I've got multiple sources here. Many of you have probably seen the story as well. No suspects at this point in time. Sadly, 90 rounds, according to multiple sources, were let off. 90 rounds. Over 10 people shot, and as I said, 2 people under 18 dead. Now, let me just go back into time. I was born in 1964, in case you're new to the show. Not only has society changed but the common interest of different groups and or cultures has changed. The common interest. Growing up in the 70s in working middle-class suburbia, Scotch Plains, New Jersey, there was a common interest for people who, I'll just say black people across America. And let's just use black as a general term. As a general term. There was a common interest to do better, to raise their children by way of good morals, ethics, and values. And even though some of us branched out to be pimps, drug dealers, stick-up kids, and all sorts of things, there was still a common interest within society. You wanted to do better. Your parents expected you to do better. My parents had the money for me to go to college. I chose not to. You know this already. But now, a shooting such as this at an Airbnb in Pittsburgh, 200 people at this event, and all of these shots ringing out, again, according to multiple sources, 90 rounds. What does that tell us about the common interest of, let's just say, the urban genre today? Let's not blame hip-hop. But we have to understand that art imitates life. So, to pull it back around, the common interest is different today. The common interest is different, and the music is a reflection of the common interest. I might go a little bit deeper later with regards to music from the 70s, which was beautiful in terms of the evolution of the black family, black pride, the black experience, and black power. But we'll talk about that later, okay? All right, phone lines are open, guys. And if you would be so kind tonight, because Deeds always reminds me to hit the like button, share this stream, and make sure that you subscribe to my Spotify page. That's very, very important, okay? All right, I will also get to some new sponsors tonight, and I want to, hold on a second. Let me not put too much on the table just yet, but there's a few things in that community section, and I if there's anyone who's a sci-fi head like myself, please go to my community section, and I would welcome you to call in a little bit later, not now, with respect to mass production in Korea of artificial intelligence. Let's just say robots. Mass production, okay? Let me get to some supporters early. Craig, I got your donation. Kyrie Irving is in his feelings because he lost to your Celtics. Keisha needs to take her black face to Juicy Seafood in East Point. Do you mean Juicy Crab? I've never been to Juicy Seafood. Can you send me the link? I might check it out. I'm a Pappadeaux's guy. You know, Juicy Crab has some good food, but they get it cracking in there a little too often for me, all right? But thank you for your donation. Jason, I got your donation as well. All right, let me take a sip here. Slow down. Beautiful day I had today. Beautiful day. Let me say Happy Easter again. Children running around. It's the Easter Bunny. Yeah. The holidays are about the kids. Don't get mad, especially if you're a person of color and you don't even celebrate Kwanzaa. Don't get mad at black folk enjoying Easter. There was a time when black folk used to dress up to go to church on Easter Sunday. Yes, no troll babies? That was a big thing. Easter, yeah, I'm putting on my new suit. The girls with their hair. Okay, that's nice. And I have other notes as well. We'll get to things, but I at least want to touch on some of these topics. And guys, wasn't there someone a couple of years back, one of Rory's friends, some type of promoter who was accused of I'll just say improper acts with females? Respectfully, is Rory being a hypocrite? Because if memory serves me correctly, he didn't want to talk about that guy. Or, I mean, he eventually did, but it was a touchy subject. Now, as you know, Joe Budden is my guy. Budden, not Buddens, for those of you who keep adding the S. So, I would be curious to see what Joe Budden says about this Trey Songz, or these Trey Songz accusations coming from Rory. Rory said somebody is going to knock him the fuck out. Not somebody should or somebody might. Somebody is. Troll babies, are you with me early? Let me turn this phone down. Hang on a second. And folks, also, if I don't know you, don't ever DM me talking about Happy Easter to you and your family. My family doesn't know you, nor do they give a fuck about you. I'm going to keep it real. Streets got no love. You know, stop all that, sending me DMs as if, I'm going to respond. No, I'm a selfish prick, and Easter means something special to me, all right? Also, guys, there was a couple of people who I did not get to your Cash Apps on Friday's show. Let me say salute to you and thank you for your contributions. Quasi got your donation early. Y'all going home now. Keisha Lance Bottoms. She was denied access because of her piss-poor trash-ass performance as a mayor. Really? Okay. I'm not going to dump on her because I can't say that I really paid attention to everything she was doing in terms of policies and things like that. But they probably knew who she was, to be honest with you, or someone probably told the greeter, "Hey, that's the former mayor." But according to her on her Twitter page, she was told, "No, you can't even sit at the bar." Damn. Okay. Hang on a second, guys. I want to bring some calls in early. I'm gonna chop this up like some barbecue on a Friday night. Boss Black. Rory told Joe not to bring up Charlemagne case, saying you better than that. Oh, that's right. Whoa. Thank you, Boss Black, if I'm saying your name right. Right, I remember that. Rory told Joe Budden, because Joe was alluding to going to South Carolina to interview Jessica Reed. That's right, and Rory said, you're bigger than that. Damn! Why is he going in on Trey Songz, and has Trey Songz responded? Probably not. Probably not. What the hell? Let's bring some calls in early. He dumbed out. Rory dumbed out. If you have not seen the video, folks, it's in my community section. Good evening. Happy Easter. Area code 718. Did you see the video? 718.
Yo, peace, dog. Can you hear me?
Peace. Ashe. Hotep. Free the land.
Can you hear me?
Assalamu alaikum. I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I don't got nothing for Keisha Lance Bottoms. She's just another Negro tool that the white supremacists broke after they were done using her like they do with all their tools.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about the Rory situation, though.
Did you see the video? Did you see the video?
Yes, sir.
Your thoughts, please.
Yes, sir. I want to say rest in peace, Rory, and then rest in peace to that mammy that he got sitting beside him.
Sir, don't make it personal. We don't know her. Let's not do that on my platform, please.
All right. Pardon me. Yeah, Rory, he out here talking about R. Kelly and the surviving R. Kelly, what Trey Songz is going to be worse. First of all, R. Kelly is innocent. So Rory, Rory, you gotta hold that, Rory. You gotta stand on what you're talking about.
Okay.
You out here with black people's name in your mouth. It shouldn't be that comfortable for you to be out here talking about black people. Look at all of what's going on in your country right now. You need to be focused on that and stay out of FBA business, Rory. That go for both of y'all.
Can I chime in, sir? Can I chime in? Respectfully. Rory is very much in tune with urban media. hip-hop culture. You guys call it a culture. I call it a genre. It used to be a culture. Why can't Rory comment about people that he's intertwined with? He's American. I'm sure you supported him when he was on the Joe Budden podcast. Why are you now making it a race thing?
Well, for a moment, I supported Rory on the Joe Budden podcast, but I was never too fond of him or Parks. Like, I'm always race first. I'm always black first.
Okay.
So race, that's always going to be a thing, especially in the realm of what we consider to be hip hop. And like you said, sometimes we call it a culture or whatnot. But just, for Rory to be up here on some Will Smith stuff, what you going to do? You going to see Trey Songz? You going to see him? You got to see him now. You got to be Will Smith now.
Right.
That's what we waiting for, Rory. You go see him.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to step to him. That somebody's you, Rory.
No. Hang on, sir. To be specific, he said somebody is going to knock him the fuck out. Now, do you think it's personal?
That person has
Do you think it's personal? Do you think that Trey Songz slutted out one of Rory's girlfriends or somebody that he was feeling? A lot of times a guy can just slut a chick out and a guy gets in his feelings.
If he did, it was consensual. If he did, it was consensual.
Right.
Participants aren't victims.
Right.
We got this whole thing going on now where people, they're participating. It's consensual, and then for whatever reason, some money may come up or whatever may happen, but next thing you know, they become victims, and we got to stop doing that. Mm-hmm. That's why we support the Men Too movement. They have Me Too, we have Men Too. We need to and
hang on, sir. Men Too, hashtag Men Too. Ayo Canseco.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's
the
my
Big Facts
guy.
Podcast.
Big Facts Podcast. That's my guy. Hashtag Men Too. He's the one that I know of who started that. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I follow in that ideology. He has the No Negative News November campaign popping off.
That's my
so
guy.
Make sure y'all go check out the Big Facts Podcast with Ayo Canseco.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, it's not right for just men to be out here. And then you got, like I said, Rory out here simping, Will Smith simping. Okay, if that's what you're standing on, Will stood on it. That's somebody that you're talking about, Rory. It has to be you. Because for all we know, you're talking about a Negro. So is this Rory out here perpetuating so-called black-on-black violence?
Okay.
Or is that what you're doing, Rory?
Okay.
And I appreciate you, Star, for letting me call in. Peace
sir, hang on. Sir, before you go, make sure you tell Ayo Canseco, my guy, said salute. I fuck with him heavy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, we've got ourselves a discussion this evening. Yes, we do. Rory, from Rory and Mal. He and I exchanged emails a couple of months back. A lot of respect for him. And I don't want to put the white thing on him. He's hip-hop. He knows more about the newer artist and what's going on in media more than I do. I'm 57. But he dumbed out. He said somebody is going to knock him the fuck out. Did Trey Songz smash one of Rory's girls? Or somebody that he was, trying to holler at? Somebody who put him in the friend zone? And Trey Songz came along. Hey, yo, come over here. Bitch, bend over. You know what it is. Folks, Bobby Brown slutted out a girl I was feeling back. You know this already. Slutted out a girl who I was feeling. I was trying to pimp on her. I was pimping, folks, for real. It's documented. You can see the pictures and all of that. Me and Pimpin' Ken, Don Magic Wand, we go back. A girl who was somewhat sort of staying at my place on 152nd Street between Broadway and Amsterdam. The bitch went AWOL. Went to see Bobby Brown, some goddamn where, came home, the back of her hair was matted. That's a bitch, where you been? Oh, I got robbed. Robbed? Come to find out Bobby Brown was in concert. That's all I'll say for right now. Folks on the screen, pardon me, please. Oh, God, I got a misspelling. Let me get that out of there. Oh, my God. Peruvian fly. Can you call in, man? I made a mistake. I misspelled something on the screen. Jesus, now I have to redo the showrunner, Peruvian fly. Pardon me. I was rushing to get this show started tonight, and I misspelled something. All right. Hold on a second. Okay, Doobie, Dutchie, send a screenshot of your donation. I do not do layaway plans. You're an old sponsor. Are you sponsoring the show tonight? There's my PayPal at the top of the live chat. There's my Cash App on the screen. With all due respect, sir, I'm not your friend. I'm about to call in. Area code 908. Good evening, Rory. Blacked out, dumbed out, talking reckless about Trey Songz. Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter. It's Brooklyn Giggles. What's going on?
Man, do I need you tonight. Did you see the video of Rory?
I heard the whole audio. Heard the whole thing.
Did you see the video? You can see his face. He's there in my community section. His girl or whoever she is standing next to him, he's live on the gram. This isn't some secret audio. He's talking to people.
I just saw the audio clip from the Shade Room. I didn't see the actual video.
Okay.
Just heard the whole audio.
Please, come on, Brooklyn Giggles. Let's go.
Now here's my thing. Rory's in the industry, so I'm pretty sure he knows some backstory and some things that we're not privileged of knowing.
Right.
For him to go out of his way to make that statement says a lot.
Yeah.
Says a lot. He must know some information that we're not privileged of knowing at the moment. And for him to go that route, he must be prepared. And I noticed that, I got to watch, even though I already heard the clip that Shade Room had posted, I really wanted to know Maul's perspective. Well,
hang on a second. Never mind Maul right now. Rory jumped out the window. You're going someplace else. Rory said what he said. This could be, catch this, slander, defamation. This could be that. If you're not willing to take the stand or go through a deposition or discovery to prove what it is that you're saying, he could be liable for defamation. Never mind Maul. Come on.
You could be right, but Rory's too smart for that. Rory, if he's going to put that information out there, he must know something that we don't know. And another thing, I have to voice my pain about this. All due respect to the FBA, but y'all niggas are weird. Y'all always continue to defend R. Kelly. I don't get it. I'm gonna keep it 100. Yes, I'm African, but if I had an African uncle that did that shit to my sister or my daughter, I'm gonna put him on a tire and roll and burn it up. Have him rolling down the street. No way I could support that shit. I don't know what's up with these FBA niggas.
I need you to watch the profanity, Brooklyn Giggles, please. Continue.
I don't understand how people like the last caller, Tariq Nasheed, y'all continue to support R. Kelly. It's all fun and games until someone is peeing on your daughter.
Okay, Brooklyn Giggles, I need you to just bring it down a few notches. Come on. You're throwing names out there and you're saying things that are not. No. This is my business platform. You're not going to say things that cause a community guideline issue for me. No.
You're right.
So
you're right.
Let's focus on Rory and what he said. Now, okay, I'll give you he knows things that the public doesn't know, possibly. Will he be able to defend his statements if Trey Songz says okay, you know what?
He's going to have.
Here's a lawsuit for defamation and slander. Pow! Go ahead.
He's going to have to, because I like me personally, I actually went on Trey Songz Instagram. He didn't really respond to it. He's been promoting some projects that he's doing on his Insta Snap.
Right.
He hasn't even addressed it yet. And I saw the comments under the Shade Room posting that information, and I have to tell you, it was like 3 million views on that, and it was all negative towards Trey Songz.
Okay.
They said that what Rory said is nothing new. Everyone knew this. Everyone knew it. You don't have to be a white man to know this. Every black person knows what Trey Songz is doing. If he's going to be the next R. Kelly, so
allegedly,
I'll be damned if black people keep supporting that type of behavior.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Now, hang on a second. Brooklyn Giggles, you yourself, Nigeria. You were born in Nigeria, or your family's from Nigeria? I forget.
My parents are from Nigeria.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you tapping in. Any thoughts? Do you care about the former Atlanta mayor turned away this past Friday at a restaurant? Pardon me. Did I say which restaurant? Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
The Capitol Grill.
Heard of.
Go ahead. The Capitol Grill.
That's to be a former mayor and to be disrespected by your own people. That's insane to me. That's insane to me.
All right.
Someone said that she's a slave to the white supremacists.
Oh, stop it.
But that doesn't mean she should be disrespected in her own community. That's crazy.
Okay.
That's absolutely crazy.
Hang on a second. Have you and I ever had a discussion about the girls, the teenage girls from Nigeria? Do you remember a story, 2012 or 13? Some Nigerian girls created a generator that could run on urine to create electricity. Did you and I ever discuss that?
You discussed it with somebody else, but I remember that. I remember the topic.
Okay.
You might have.
I want you to research that. I want you and I to have that discussion, not tonight, but another night, because I spoke about that story when it first came out in 2012. Again, 4 Nigerian girls. They were like middle school or high school girls. They created a generator that could work on urine and create electricity. And I've been trying to keep track of this, but I think someone stepped in and bought the patent and stopped that creation from those Nigerian girls. Please research and let's talk about that later.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
I'll do that.
Okay. All right, Brooklyn Giggles tapping in. Troll babies, I know I'm going a little bit left, right. Just hang on a second. A urine generator raises questions. That story. Let me just bookmark this because we've had that discussion before. I thought that was something that was not only dangerous, but I was worried about the safety of those 4 girls. Would they disappear? Let me just say that. Troll Babies in my community section right now. If you care, is the link for that story. It's an old story. Papa Donna says, urine generator, LOL. Yeah, LOL. Do you hate black people that create things? LOL. I'm not going to sit here and go down a list of things that black people have created, but why is that LOL? It's real. It works. Are you a victim of white programming, propaganda? You can't even conceive the thought that 4 Nigerian girls created a generator that ran on urine. How about this one, Papa Donna? Can you conceive that someone created a water machine and the cars that we drive now could run on water as opposed to gasoline? Can you conceive that? Google it. All right? Google it. Let's go to area code 717. Good evening, Rory from Rory and Mal talking hella crazy about Trey Songz. Do you give a damn? 717.
Oh, hello?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Oh, Star, what's up? It's Dutchy. I'm trying to get a freestyle in, but I'll definitely talk about these topics. What's up?
Now, hang on. You sent me an email. I don't remember you, sir, with all due respect. I'm 57.
All right, look, it was in
Did you send in a donation, sir? I don't do layaway and credit. Who are you?
Yeah, bro, I sent 15. You asked for 10. What's up?
Okay, you sent that tonight?
I just sent it. I screenshot it to your email.
Listen,
Yeah.
I have to ask. The Star Report is like Albany houses or Pink houses back in the day. This is the project, my nigga. I tax niggas. You can't just
I'm a
come in.
businessman, too. I respect it. What are we talking about?
Thank you. You can't just come here and snap a package like it's all gravy. Go ahead, spit some bars, please.
Shit like that,
Spit some bars.
yeah. Shit like that ain't nothing free.
Let's go. Spit
Ain't
some
nothing
bars.
free.
Let's go.
All right, what's up? What we talking about? Because I'll spit, but what we talking about?
Hey, sir, you sent Skrilla. Never mind the topics. Get to the bars. And let's get to some grimy.
All right, let me see.
Give me
All
some
right.
grimy bars. Let's go.
Grimy bars, we from outside. Nah, I got you. All right. Dutchy the Don, I'm back with the gang, I'm back with the squad. I'm usually dolo, today we're gon' mob. I'm done being humble, I'm one of the best, bro. I put that on God. I play the streets, but I still got a job. Been beat a few times, but I never been robbed. What you see is what you get, it's not a facade. Grinding for days, move like a boss. Step when I want, but it's not in the floss. Tell all these haters to get on my boss. I'm like LeBron, pass me the ball, I'm a ball. Whether they boo or applaud, I'm trying to get on and put the team on. If I'm on a song, then I'ma go off. I gotta go hard. Fuck being humble, I'm about to show off. Back to the money, I'm stacking the money. I'll double back for the bros. Damn, I could have kept eating.
Stay with me. That was fire.
What's up?
No, that was fire. Where you calling from?
I'm from Pennsylvania, Harrisburg.
Okay. Do you want to start over? I got time. You sent in some Skrilla. You want to start over, or you would give me something else? Take your time.
Oh, shit, I'll give you something else. What's up? All right.
Take your time.
All right, let me see.
Take your time. Don't rush.
All right. Yeah, hold up. I got
I
you.
need you to turn that down in the background because of the algorithm, please. Whatever that is, turn that down. I had to do a whole edit job on a show from last week. Please, turn that down.
Turn that down. I'm big.
Hold on a second. I got niggas in the background blasting BET. Turn that down. Is it down? Is it down?
Right.
Is it down?
Right.
Is it down?
I'm trying to. Oh, here it is.
You got to turn it down, man, or else I can't let your call rock. Come on, man. You got it?
Yeah. Are you good? Can you hear me, though?
Yeah. Go ahead and make sure that volume doesn't go up on that audio in the background because I'll get a copyright notification. Go ahead, please.
All right. Let me find some.
What is this nigga doing? What is this nigga doing? Give him a second, folks. He spent Skrilla. Okay.
Ready right now. All right.
Okay.
Trying to list the track. All right. Trying to lace a track, phone jumping, gotta catch a play. Let me catch the flow. All right. Trying to lace a track, phone jumping, gotta catch a play. In my Chevrolet, caught another cell while on the way. I'm kinda running late, but if they really want it, they gon' wait. Used to nickel bagging, now I'm barely bagging down the weight. I just sell them hoe, I let them go, but I up the rate. Remember when I ain't had nothing, I had to make something shake. I'm speeding off, less is about the money, I'ma pump the brakes. Need it all by any means. I need it all by any means. Let me, damn.
Okay, now that was trash. That was trash. What you spit the first.
That was trash?
No, hang on. What you spit before
I like that, though. Go
was
ahead.
fire, but that was trash. But listen, man, I appreciate the donation. Thank you for the support.
Wait, can I get one more? Fuck that.
No. You did good, man. I got to keep it pushing. I gave you 2. You did good, man.
Damn.
I appreciate
Can
you.
we talk-
Thank you, man. Thank you. I got that audio in the background. Folks, I do not own YouTube. I'm here to play by the rules. I want to make sure I promote some of my sponsors tonight. Hang on a second, everybody. On the screen, www.yomicollectibles.com. Please go there. Tell them I sent you. Again, www.yomicollectibles.com. Also, if you are a potential sponsor or advertiser, send me an email. We will send you a marketing deck that has the newest analytics so that you can see behind the scenes with respect to audience retention, your target demo, and what it is that I can do for you, if possible, okay? All right, hold on a second, guys. Quasi got your other donation. It was the mammy that you had problems with from Popeyes that turned Keisha Lance Bottoms away. No, I think this was some type of Caucasian that Keisha Lance Bottoms ran into at the Capitol Grill. Or maybe not. Maybe it was just, a sister. The sister said, I don't like her. Girl, you got on jeggings. We don't do that up in here. And the Capitol Grill from Dunwoody, pardon me in case I didn't specify, Dunwoody. They have the patio seating, valet parking, curbside pickup, all of the information with regards to public notices. And then they say, for the comfort of all of our guests and to better deliver on our promise of a refined atmosphere, proper dress is required. Thank you for not wearing gym attire, sweatpants, tank tops, hats, clothing with offensive language or images exposed, and undergarments. So they make it clear. You might be the former mayor, but you have to set an example. You have to set an example. Don't just come in here thinking you're going to let you come in here and, you're wearing flip-flops. You don't even have a fresh gel manicure. You got split ends. You need a hot oil treatment. Girl, stop. They may have been on that shit. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. Doobie, thank you for your support, Doobie. But next time, turn that down in the background, man, or else I may have to edit out your whole call. I can't take that chance. Salute, Doobie. Salute. Hold on, guys. Troll babies, what else was I supposed to mention from earlier? Okay. Peruvian fly. Okay. I got to get the homie on the line, man. I have to spend some time. Where are you, Peruvian fly? Peruvian fly, you there? Peruvian fly.
Star, what's going on, brother? Yes, I'm right here.
Okay, listen, man. Whilst you're talking and promoting, I am going to readjust the showrunner because I had a misspelling in there. So take your time. Promote yourself, and please don't call me a brother. That's offensive. Go ahead, sir.
I know.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm Peruvian Fly. I just started my YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
Where I just give my thoughts, my views on what's going on in the entertainment world. Also my personal life.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to grow the YouTube channel. I'm on Instagram at Peruvian_Fly. Check me out on there. I'm building a little rap collage.
Okay.
Taking different verses, different rap lyrics, verses, songs, putting it together, things that have to pertain to me from like different artists that I grew up listening to. So, just trying to do something different, but nothing's really that original, right, Star? So,
Well, no, hang on. You have to be original because the market it's flooded. So I sent you a email earlier, and I said you have to get some information in your about section.
Yes.
Please do that. Now, also, in my opinion, I don't have all the answers. You have to get some information in your the video description under your videos. You have that algorithm has to find you. You can't just assume.
Got it.
You can't just assume because you post a video, people are gonna click it. That's the old YouTube. You follow me?
Yes. I actually got
Please.
like 5K views on a video that I uploaded. The one that when we spoke about over a week ago,
Okay.
when I tapped in and spoke to you about the Cavario Big Face Gary situation.
Nice. Oh,
And,
nice.
I got like
Nice.
5K views on that.
Nice.
Yeah. So and then I got in touch with Big Face because they shouted me out on the show.
Okay.
Because I was listening in, I was chatting, and then so I got in touch with Big Face. So he saluted me on that. I made a video on that.
Now, hang on a second. Can you see the screen? Did I spell everything right this time? Follow Peruvian Fly on YouTube. Can you see the screen or no?
So I'm watching you. Let me refresh it.
Okay.
It says advertising dash the hater. Oh, bro,
Give it a second.
Hold on. Yeah.
And I went to your channel to see Big Face Gary and Cavario, but I didn't see that video. I just saw you doing a commentary. Where's the video? Do you have the video?
No, I didn't. Like I had told you that day when I got home, I opened the laptop. I saw them arguing already.
Right.
So I said I'm gonna watch it first thing in the morning.
Okay.
And it wasn't there.
Yeah,
That's why I made a video about it. I'm one of the few people who saw it.
Right.
There was a few other people who commented on that. And then when Big Face Gary actually said, that's why he bigged me up, because I said exactly what happened. I didn't take away. Nobody was backing down.
So Gary took the video down, though. Big Face Gary, he took it down?
It was a live stream, so I don't know if he posted live stream. I don't see any other, but it was there. I was like, that's why I'll watch it in the morning.
Okay.
It wasn't there.
The reason why I'm asking is because Gary and I know each other, and we were talking a month or so ago, and I was telling him, I said, hey, man, you got to go live, because he was producing videos.
Yeah.
He's got a good team, but that editing shit, it's draining. I said, hey, man, just push the button, go live, and get it in.
Yeah.
So the video,
Yeah,
it's not posted? It's not posted?
No, it's not on there. And last Tuesday's live is not up neither.
Okay.
So he's not posting his live.
Okay.
I guess that's just something that him and his team haven't decided to do yet.
All right. I'll talk to him, but hang on a second. Okay, so on the screen, follow Peruvian Fly on YouTube. Is the spelling correct?
Yes, sir.
Business
Yes,
is business.
sir. Yes, sir. I just want.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Hey, man, I appreciate you as a sponsor, as a supporter. And again,
Yes, sir.
make sure that you get some texts within your videos so that algorithm can find
Yes,
you.
sir.
Okay.
You got it. Appreciate the feedback.
Yes, sir. Talk to you soon.
I'll be tapping in.
Okay, thank you. All right, Peruvian Fly tapping in. Okay. Troll babies, I want to go back for a second with respect to the shooting in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania last night. 2 minors killed, under 18 years of age. Very sad, very tragic. I spoke in the beginning of the broadcast about the common interest of people, whether it be black people, I don't want to marginalize, but the common interest and how now the music reflects what's going on in the world. Again, art imitates life. Now, that's it's a juggling act now because we have young people that are hypnotized by different games. A lot of the games, I don't even know the names of the goddamn games. You guys would know better, your parents. But the young people are hypnotized by the games. And they want to act these things out. Again, not that I'm blaming art, but they're confused, if you ask me, because a lot of things are simulated. So anyway, 2 people killed, several more injured in a shooting at an Airbnb party, in case I didn't mention that earlier, in Pittsburgh's North Side. Over 90 rounds shot. why would someone or anyone, they're saying multiple shooters, why would multiple shooters fire 90 rounds into an Airbnb late last night? If someone had a beef with someone else, wouldn't they handle that more so one-on-one, two-on-two? Why shoot into the crowd? And there was, according to the reports, there were a lot of young people at this particular Airbnb party. Now, that's not to say, black people can't be together in, groups and things like that. We don't want to play into that stereotype, that propaganda, because then that would be giving credit to the biased laws of loitering. Just because 3 or 4 black people standing around doesn't mean they're up to something. But this story is very troubling, very bothering. And these are the things that many of us say, well, hey, why isn't Black Lives Matter? Or why isn't some of the other organizations that always go after police and white people, why don't they focus on these particular stories? I don't have an answer for that. I don't have an answer. But I at least wanted to go back and mention it. We can discuss that if you like, or we can stay focused on Rory, Trey Songz. Area code 714, good evening, happy Easter. If you celebrate it, are you there? 714.
Happy Easter. This fat boy Yummy Star. I just want to
good to hear
promote
from you.
Hey, how you doing? I want to promote my page and then talk about the shooting.
Please.
And the robots, if I got time.
Oh man, let's go.
It's Fatboy. My page is Fatboy Yummy. I'm just writing a weekly series, fantasy series. If people are into that, it's a lot of great content out there. But if you're bored, you want to come by and just listen to what is written, so you really have to read it because it gives you a more visceral visualization of everything.
Okay.
And I got 5 chapters up. It's all from scratch. I'm doing everything myself. My kids send in some pictures to just give a quick little glimpse of what would the characters look like in the story. And I'm just doing that. And I talk about life, my life growing up, being everything, being molested, everything. So it's just, if you're bored and you done with that, just come by the page, subscribe, and that's it. The shooting, man, Star, man, we don't got enough time, but
well, hang on a second. The angle that I'm approaching this, society is different, and the common interest of people, let's say black people, the common interest is different now. And we have so many different splintered off groups, and that's a great thing. You have, you have African American, you have indigenous black people who were already here. You have Cape Verdean, all sorts of people,
you got to think about the
of
natives,
color.
The natives that was here already.
Yes. You have all sorts of people. But with respect to the common interest, what is that now? Or is that too broad of a question? Why do we have people, presumably black people, shooting into a crowd 90 rounds at an Airbnb party? Something like this would not have happened, in my opinion, 50 years ago, even 30 years ago. This would have been like, oh my God, what? Caucasians, yes, but black people, no. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's the evolution of easy access to everything. That's one. Then you got to go to the root of it.
Okay.
Black people in general, anyway, if you just trace back our ancestry, us and the Polynesians, we have something, if you really want to dive into the molecules, everything called warrior gene. Okay. So it makes us different from every other race. We're naturally aggressive. We're territorial. So it ain't that when you put a group of us together, it's just when you put a group of us together and anything can go, good or bad. It can be of love, peace, because we're so passionate. It's that warrior gene. So it's unescapable. If you want to play the science fiction role of just hyperbole, a silent, there's a particular parasite that gets inside the ant's head and makes the ant crawl up to the top of a leaf so it can get eaten by a bird, so it can go to the next transition. If I just want to be in a fanatical science fiction of it, it can just be a silent virus that then already got into every black person, that if you get more than 1,000 of us together, some BS go down. Obviously, that's not true, but you could just think of all kind of hypotheses of crazy stuff like that. It's just because it's a natural way of our existence. Everything is free. When I was growing up, I used to have to wait till midnight to see a girl in a bikini on the TV.
Right.
My son can literally get on the internet.
Right.
My son can get on the internet right now and just see a full-on, you know what I'm saying. So
Right.
everything is easily accessible. Jealousy, hurt. Like, if I just wanted to be a weak person, I just got kicked out. I owe the IRS money. My girlfriend cheated on me. And you topped on all my life already. I could just be, oh, man, damn this. This one me and you talked about last time about the shooter, and not saying he right or wrong, just what is going through the psyche of somebody when they finally snap. So you got to always dig deeper. That shooting, it wasn't just like they showed up and just start shooting. Something obviously went down. Somebody could have been flossing. Somebody could have took somebody's girl. They could have been on Instagram showing them with a girl. So, but us being so aggressive with things.
Now, hang on a second. I like what you're saying, and just to somewhat sort of throw you a curveball here.
Yeah.
There have been people throughout history, and I've spoken in the past about Johann Friedrich Blumenbach and his studies of the skulls and different ideologies and philosophies and the races, even though, race is a social construct and not a concept. But you're saying that genetically there's a reason for, combined with technology, and I don't want to put words in your mouth. You're saying that genetically and access and technology allows this to happen without white intervention? What are you saying?
It's not just that. It's also teaching. Also, like, I have a very simple thing. If you're evil, you're just evil.
Okay.
Whatever consequences lead up to it, it's just going to be. Like, I just gave you everything. That's only a slice of my life and what I've been through. Right. But I'm still a good person. You see what I'm saying? So at the root of it, you just are who you are. And then back to what you were saying about the anatomy, the cockoid, and the negroid. One is mountain, one is in the land, the safari. Obviously, somebody who's in the mountain, their physiology going to be a little bit different, whether good or less. And as to somebody who's been out in the sun, it just be tiny, tiny, tiny little things different. But you see what I'm saying? So it's just a whole thing, just simple. How many tribes besides the Aztecs and Africans do you know? Like,
sir, you're going very deep, and I appreciate this conversation. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Hang on. I appreciate what you're saying. Might you give any credit to Sir Francis Galton, the founder of eugenics? Does there need to be a cleansing of sorts?
No, it's going to be up. It's really up to us. Like,
biggest star out there right now.
Unplug yourself. Like, if we don't unplug ourselves, we will be in a museum. Like, they're going to go by and they're going to see people in the future and they're going to say, look at this proud race right here, strong, intelligent. And just to pin back to what the dude said, that there were 4 Nigerian girls who extracted the urea out of the urine, the electrolytes, but it wasn't a strong enough charge to keep none, but it did give energy. But yeah, we're intelligent. So if we don't just stick together, and it ain't even about hating another race and all that, they already got their game plan. They're already into it. Like, I had to get away. It's a sad truth. It ain't even a stereotype. Yeah. I only got a little bit of money. I only had a little bit of money, and I got married to this white Vietnamese chick, my ex-wife, and moved to Fountain Valley. Wow. That's the only reason I'm not in the hood no more.
Yeah. Hang on. Stay there. I'm enjoying the exchange here. Just hang on a second. Now, if we can shift gears for a second, because I do want to bring some other folks in. I want to get back to the dumb shit. Rory talking reckless about Trey Songz. On my on my screen right now, in my community section, there's a link to a video: human robots mass production in Korea. Are you up to speed on that or no? Sound like you would.
Yeah,
be.
yeah. There was a couple, like they had North Korea supposedly created like a fully functioning female robot.
Yes.
But there's different reports differentiating that. But I know South Korea, I think they just put in mass production of like 3D printed.
Yes, 3D printers. That's in my community section.
Yeah,
Now, hold on a second. I'm just a dumb dropout, born in '64. People are laughing at me now, and that's fine because I have got not one but two mannequins in my home now. And I'm just, I look at them and I might say a few words. No, they're not talking back to me because that would be a sign of insanity. But this is where we are headed.
They will soon, though.
Bingo.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
They already got them talking. That's not like if people can play ignorant, but you can go find it right now with them talking about different things. The AI is at like a
cognitive functions. Cognitive functions. Good. I'm sorry. Good.
Like Alan Watts taught me, something comes out of nothing. Right. So a person can just think nothing's going to happen or whatever, but something will come out of it. Yeah. That's how it goes. Yeah. Like I didn't start none of this, decide to call you or none of this until I got dumped on my ass and I was at nothing. And look at I'm doing something now. So it's just simple.
Okay.
You know?
Hey man, I appreciate you. Keep me posted on your platform. You got my email address. Hold on a second on the screen right now. Oh, where's my email address? Bing, there it is. Keep me up to speed on some of your content. I thank you for calling in. Let's revisit this conversation, and I'll look for your emails. Okay.
Oh yeah, happy Easter. Take care.
Yes, sir. Thank you, and happy Easter. Okay, guys, on the screen, my email address, advertising and other things. Troll babies, should I put my? This is not a robot. This is a mannequin. Oh, and I'm sorry. And I did give her a name. Since my last broadcast, I gave her a name. They're saying cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay, that's fine. You can say that. Growing Simba sends in a donation. When men expose other men, it's never about the victims. It's always about an agenda. Rory was silent as a church mouse with Joe Budden's allegations. Okay. Guys, on the screen is my PayPal address if you don't have Cash App and if you appreciate the content. I'm one of the pioneers of the donation model on social media. Yes, I am. My mother taught me about the DuPont family, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers back in the 70s, in case you don't know. And then when 2012, when 100.3 The Beat in Philly, when they wanted to switch or flip the format to some type of old school thing. And I said, I don't want to do that. But they gave me $500,000 to help them launch 100.3 The Beat. I decided to focus on the internet, myself and DJ Alias. That's when we started Star in the Morning in Scranton, PA. I'm just rambling. Give me a second. And that's when we started doing, or I started soliciting for donations because I remembered my mother telling me, hey, one day if you get aligned with your audience, you should try to do something similar to what the Rothschilds and the DuPont family did. They would have fundraisers, $10,000 a plate. Stuff like that. You couldn't come to the birthday party of one of their children unless you came with like an envelope of $2,500. So I started thinking in smaller terms, and that's when I started soliciting for donations. Anyway, hold on, guys. Bob the Cop tapping in. Hold on. He just sent me an email. And please pay attention to my screen. Devious J, one of my sponsors, okay? I'm doing a show. Can you talk? Can you talk about your email? Also, with regards to the shooting in Pittsburgh, let me just not forget this. The common interest of people has changed along with society. Even though coming out of the 70s, tail end of the 70s, and especially the 80s, you had more stick-up kids in the New York tri-state area. I moved to New York in 81, late 81. Most of us came from families and parents. Even if you lived in lower income areas, your parents wanted you to do better. So in the back of our minds, even though we were drug dealers, pimps, drug users, killers, and stick-up kids, we knew that we had a certain standard to live up to, that our parents expected of us. Even if you were raised in a single parent home, you knew right from wrong. So the common interest, if I can just drag this out a little bit more, was to do better, to be better, to educate yourself. As I said, my father kind of like put distance between he and I for a year or so. I mean, he spoke to me, but, just, come on, Troy, you got to go to college. The money's here for you. Not to dump on today's generation, but what is the common interest now? That's my question. What is the common interest of black people now? Why are they shooting, killing, and exploiting themselves the way they are? Does that make sense, troll babies, or am I just rambling? That's why you see so many people coming home from the penitentiary from my era. They are remorseful. And I respect it. We dumbed out in the 80s. Dumbed out. So yes, they're remorseful now because they've had time to think about the opportunities that we had and the common interest. I'll just say that, okay? Area code 347. Is that Rory, 347?
Yo, Star, what up?
Yo, what's up, man? Good to hear from you.
Happy Resurrection Day, man.
Let's go.
Peekaboo, I see you.
Let's go.
Peekaboo, I died 3 days ago. I'm back. It's Sunday.
What's going on, man? Let's talk about it.
Yo, everything is good. We's over here celebrating, drinking like a muff. I'm watching the algorithm. We were drinking and shit. My brother got the bag, Star.
Okay.
For real.
Okay.
For real.
Let's talk about it. Come on.
We're talking not 8 figures, but high 6, high 7 figures.
Okay.
High 7 figures. More than he thought.
He hit the lottery? What happened? What do you mean your brother got the bag? What are you talking about?
My brother sold his company, right?
Oh, okay.
And this thing happened. Yeah. This thing happened where his contract had expired, right?
Okay.
But the conglomerate that bought his company, he thought he was going to have an issue. But because the conglomerate that bought his company said, no, just sign the extension. And they signed the extension. And then he also has his own book of business. So going forward, not only did they have to abide by the contract, which is going to get him 7 figures. But now this new company also has to buy his book of business for
3 times its worth.
Okay, now hang on, Rory. Are you getting a cut? Where are we going? Right? Yeah, it sounds hot. You getting a cut? What's going
Nah,
on?
this is my brother. He's like
jeez.
this is my brother. He's like a year older than me, man, but he got the bag. This is it now. He's good.
I thought you were getting a cut. You're talking. I appreciate you talking, but you're not getting a cut.
I don't want nothing off of him. I got my own money. No, I ain't got money like that.
Okay.
You know.
Now hang on. Rory from Rory and Mal, formerly of Joe Budden, he went in on Trey Songz. Did you see the video? Did you see the video?
You know how? How safe for him to go after Trey Songz and start talking about he treats girls bad and all of this. You know, that's just such a safe angle. He don't never go after nobody, man. You know, he don't go after. They have a whole podcast basically on hip hop, and they don't ever go after not like this show. They don't ever go after nobody. So he's just going after some mind your business. I would tell him, mind your business. Whatever he does with these girls, mind your business, man. You know, you don't know nothing about that.
Well, now Rory, he's taking it there. Let's address what he said. He said somebody is gonna knock him the fuck out.
He ain't the FBI. He ain't the DEA. Who the hell is he?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He don't know what he's doing with these hoes. He don't know if these hoes are just giving it up like that. That cat's in the industry. He's out there banging hoes. You know, this guy ain't put up no evidence. He's just saying, "Oh, I know." That's like really safe. I don't know, man. He's like a white guy that they put up there that would never touch on any topics or get a little crazy on anybody except for something really safe like that. Because, you know, if it came
Rory, is it safe to say there's no hate like white on white hate and you are hating on a fellow Caucasian?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. He would have to cough up his lunch money. If a sucker like that, especially if he had the same name as me, he would have to cough up his lunch money. He's not me. He's like a white Angie Martinez they put in the hip hop industry. He just happens to have the same name as me. I hope he listens to this show. He knows that's the truth.
Okay.
He knows that's the truth. He's from the suburbs, and they put him up there, and he's like, yeah, black people are great. Yeah, you know, I love hip-hop. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's a phony. If he was in a circle around real dudes, like when I met you, Star, when we were down in Farmers Boulevard, if he was in a circle of them, people around there, he would just agree with everything they said and, you know, try to be the cool white guy instead of being himself. So, yeah, I don't like suckers like that. And, you know, I don't like suckers like that. But the other call, Star, the earlier call where the guy was making excuses for the 90 shots into the party.
Yeah.
And he was saying
Pittsburgh, 2 people under 18 killed at an Airbnb. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he was like, we come from, you know, warrior tribes, and that's the reason that things like this happen. Man, what are you talking about? I you know, like in the medieval times, where I come from, where my blood comes from, we wasn't doing some crazy old warrior shit too. You know what I mean? Like England weren't like the English weren't the worst warriors ever. There was a time in the whole world that the sun never set upon the Empire of England, meaning they owned every part of this world. When they went to sleep, they were making money owning a separate part of the world. They were slaying and laying motherfuckers. You know.
You got to watch the F-bomb, Rory. It's Easter Sunday.
Sorry.
Got to watch the F-bomb.
Sorry.
Rory, hold on a second. Stay with me. I want to make sure that I acknowledge someone who sent in a donation. Nosy Hose, Live Gossip and Newsroom. Thank you for tapping in. Folks, I'm going to put her, the link to her channel in my live chat. Rory, sit tight. I appreciate your support, young lady. You put out great content. Yes, you do. I've seen your page in the past. Nosy Ho, it's spelled Heaux, Live Gossip and Newsroom. Guys, make sure you subscribe. She's got a video Going at my girl Tasha K 3 hours ago. Did A$AP Rocky cheat on Rihanna 9 hours ago? Okay, she's getting it in. That's what I'm talking about. You have to be in it to win it. Thank you so much for your donation. And she said, what is her comment? Hold on, I'm doing too much here. Trey Songz, Dave East, and a bodyguard all assaulted an escort, allegedly. She gave details to, okay, do you want to call in, Nosy Ho? I'll let you speak and promote. If not, thank you for your donation. But folks, please go to her platform for the inside tea. I'm 57. It would look crazy if a man my age had like all the inside tea. All right, Rory, let's get back to you, man. I want to ask you something here with regards to one of my other topics. You there, Rory?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Are you up to speed? Do you care about human robots being in mass production in Korea? Any thoughts? Do you care?
Yeah, I care, man. The 3D printing is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know where this goes. I've read a little bit about the metaverse, and I think that's going to be a game changer too. Technology is so fast right now, Star. Like they're bringing us in too fast. From my generation, I remember you couldn't be on the phone and be on the internet at the same time. Remember that?
Right. Yeah. That was the dial-up era.
Yeah. And that wasn't that long ago. And we're jumping too fast, like way too fast. It's a scary time, everything that's happening. I read this book, Star, if I can just say this. I read this book. It's called, recently, it's called The Changing of the World Order, Why Nations Succeed and Fail. And it's by Ray DeLeo. And it explains it in there. America is like we're on a downturn here. We're gonna have to accept that we're on a downturn, and it's gonna crash real fast. Like it's gonna crash. We're in line for a recession. When you see Joe Biden up there and he's shaking hands with nobody and all of that. Yeah, no, for real. That's all the signs.
Stop. Somebody sent me a link. I don't know the context. Joe Biden was speaking somewhere. Folks, troll babies, some type of, was it a black audience? And then he looked at them and said, as if to say, stand up and applaud me. Do you know what I'm talking about? What was that?
That was the craziest shit ever. He shook hands with nobody for a minute and a half.
He looked at them as if to say, stand up. I just gave you something. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was wild. Star, real quick with the 90s shots, though, I don't know. It seems crazy all across the country, but I don't think black people like each other. I swear to God, I really don't think black people really like each other because some of the stuff that goes on, like after the whole shit with the guy shooting up the train over here, they had this whole story that the night after, 13 people got shot all across the city. Every single one of them was black. Every single person. And of course, the city is not a black city. It might be 30% or something like that, But every single person out of those 13 people, the night after, that guy shot the train up and everybody else and all of that. And it just, I really don't think black people like each other.
Well, hang on a second, Rory. I appreciate you calling in. You and I talk from time to time, and I like for you to stir the pot. Not that I'm co-signing everything you're saying, because people have brought the heat to you as well. Your family is from Ireland, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Northern Ireland conflict from 1960 until 1998. One could say, well, these Irish are just lowlifes and they just can't stop blowing each other up, killing people over religious beliefs and flawed systems. One could say the same thing if they know the history in Ireland. What do you say about that?
They can in a way, but not really, because they bring the religion into it as one aspect, but in Northern Ireland, it's English versus Ireland. That's two different tribes fighting each other.
I know. I'm a reader, but I'm
yeah,
saying
right.
I'm saying
But what I'm talking about,
people can say, well, it's nice that Rory's spitting this rhetoric, but look at where he's from. Where you're from, it's all. Hang on. Either side, it's all killing in the name of the unknown. Killing in the name of the unknown.
No, it's killing for the sake of land. It's killing for the sake of land. You have your island. We want our island. That's killing for the sake of land.
The premise is religion, though.
Your
religion.
own land.
Premise.
Yeah, you can't equate that to what's happening here. Yeah, that would be like the Irish killing each other every single night. Not the people who are English and the people who are Irish killing each other. It would be totally different. It would be like a civil war.
Okay.
It seems like black people have a civil war without having a civil war. It's like, they're killing each other. I mean, anybody who doesn't say that, doesn't recognize that, it's ridiculous. I don't know. Where I live anyway, every time it comes on news, it's black people who are losing their lives. And it's almost every time. And that's what it comes down to. I'm not saying
Rory going hard in the paint, standing on his square.
See that? Any story where a young person lose their life, that's sad as fuck. That's sad as fuck.
All right, Rory, you got to watch that F-bomb. But listen, man, I appreciate you calling in and your perspective. Before
stop. Before I go, let me say one thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, please. I know it's Easter, but I was on Instagram for a little bit today, and I see the video.
Which one?
I see the video. I see the video of Zach Lee and Gangsta Love, and they were. I'm telling you, they were buddy hopping with Easter bonnets on, and they were singing "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor. That's a video on Instagram.
All right, I gotta go.
All right.
Yeah, all right, Rory tapping in. Hold on, guys. Bob, what's going on, man? Bob the cop. He says one day, but you're sure. Okay, Bob the cop is busy. He can't call in. Dana, hey, what's up, Dana? You tapping in? Are you busy? What's going on, Dana? Dana with the smoke. Dana with the data. Okay, we're going to come back to the human robot mass production in Korea another day. But I do want to say that I did give my mannequin head a name. Her name is Asia. At first her name was Bitch, but now she's Asia. You've seen her. I don't need to keep holding her up on the screen, She's right here, right next to me. In the mornings, she's on my kitchen counter because when I come downstairs, I either get my tea or my coffee. I talk to myself, as I always have since the 70s. I look at her, throw a couple things at her. Another day, okay? Also, let me put Peruvian Fly back on the screen. Back on the screen. I get the right spelling now. Peruvian Fly. Follow that man on YouTube. He's going to put some information up under his videos in the About section as well, so you guys can know what exactly he's talking about. Okay, hang on a second. Can I respond? Well, who are you, sir? Lou, where's your donation? You're sending me emails? Who are you, sir? Have you sent in a donation? I don't just take random calls, sir. The Star Report is, again, this is a project building. Just think of it as, the projects. Think of this as Edenwald houses in the 80s. Think of this as Redfern projects. You come through, I got to tax you. I'm selling that work. Send a donation, send a screenshot. I'll get you on the line, man, Blue Sky Noise tapping in R. Kelly singing to Nigerian girls with the generator. Oh. Do you have your passport? Okay, sir, that's vile and vulgar. Are you on the line? Where are you? 586. I'll come back. I don't see a 586. Give me a second. In the meantime, let me bring in area code 772. Good evening, 772. Happy Easter. All that sort of jazz.
What's up, Star? What's up, Star?
All right, sir. You're on a speakerphone, a headset. I'm going to give you a second. I appreciate the call. How are you?
What's up, Star?
Yes, sir.
What's up, Star?
How are you, man? It's cracking.
Hey, man, this is G Money from Union, New Jersey.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A Jersey head. You know, we played Josh Scott's Flames in football and sports and everything, so I know the whole Jersey thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just showing some love, checking in, and talking about certain topics. I'm hearing what's going on.
Please.
You know, how, you know, Korea doing this and that, and black people hate each other, and whoop-de-whoop.
Well, sir, we're going to focus right now on Rory. Did you see the video talking hella spicy at Trey Songz, saying somebody is going to knock him the fuck out, quote unquote? You have to speed on that?
I saw a clip of that. Yes, I did see a clip of that.
Yeah.
Allegedly, apparently, he has a lot of issues with females that's coming up pretty soon.
Okay.
So he has to relax and pick up his team and get them lawyers going, and you know, and don't steal nobody's girl anytime soon, if you know what I'm talking about. But
Can I ask your background, sir? Your nationality, your ethnicity? What are you, sir?
Oh, I'm Haitian American, man, from Jersey.
Okay,
you know,
sac passe, sir.
like I said.
Did the white boy dumb out? Did he violate Trey Songz? Did he cross a line? He said his documentary would be worse than R. Kelly. Did he dumb out?
Ooh. Yo, Star, you lay in bed with him? This what happens, dogs. You know how it is in Jersey. They gonna line you up. You didn't pay somebody. Probably what happened to R. Kelly.
Okay.
You didn't pay Star. You know how
All
it
right,
is.
sir, I appreciate the call. Sounds like you're in that powder. Have a good night. Thank you, sir. What is he talking about? Was that powder, folks? I'm trying to let you talk. He can't answer the goddamn question. Talk about something else. Huh? What? Tanisha. Hi, Tanisha. My PayPal information is at the top of the box. I'll put it on the screen again. Thank you for your support, young lady. She said, I look good for 57. Yeah, all the coke in the 80s preserved my body. These are my teeth. No caps, no veneers. I bleach them once a month. I use the glow kit, the little trays, and if you go on my Instagram page, you see me with the glow kit. It's lit up. Thank you for your donation, young lady. Okay. King Vulture, Caveman Rory, regardless to what you all believe, what you see going today with black people is a result of no reparations. It's all systematic racism by design. Okay, I'm not mad at what you're saying, sir. My father probably would co-sign what you just said. My father was a hardcore Southern man. He just, I've spoken about him in the past. He felt that the black man don't owe the white man nothing. Nothing. Hundreds of years of free labor. That's what he said. Boy, the black man don't owe the cracker nothing. Hundreds of years of free labor. He said, don't you never apologize to the cracker. I'd rather see you in the penitentiary before you tell a cracker you're sorry, with the exception of your mama. Hold on a second, guys. Casey, who are you, Casey? I don't know what this is about. You're sending me a picture of Jermaine Dupri. Can you explain? He looks like he's sweating. What is that? What are you saying, sir? Just Give me an explanation to what you're saying, please. Guys, on the screen, another one of my sponsors. Hang on a second. www.elitemusicpromotions.com. Please go there. Tell them I sent you. I say again, www.elitemusicpromotions.com. Hey, 586, you sent in a donation. Yes, 586?
Hold on. Come on, stop.
Hey, what's up, man? You got to fix that noise in the background, so I'll give you a second. Sounds like you're doing a lot. Okay. You ready?
Hello.
Yes, sir. There you go.
Is that better?
There you go. What's cracking, man? Let's get to it.
How you doing, Star?
I'm good.
Sorry. What's up, Star?
Okay, I'm discussing the topic, sir. What do you want to chime in?
Oh, I was just calling in about R. Kelly. I know that wasn't the topic.
So we're talking about Trey Songz. Are you going to join the conversation, or do you want me to spank you gently? And what are we doing here? What are we talking about?
Well, let's talk about Trey Songz then.
Oh, that's on the screen, sir. That's on the screen.
Yeah. What's he done? I mean, what's Rory getting at him about?
Sir, did you see the video?
No, man, I'm calling in late. I'm working tonight.
Okay. Sir, hear me loud and clear. Okay?
Here we go.
I'm not your fucking friend. I'm not your buddy. I'm not your pal. This is the Star Report, trending topics. If you don't know what's going on, just sit back and listen. But don't ever call me to catch up. I'm not your friend, okay?
All right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. All of my good friends, you know, they're not even into the goddamn industry. I'm in a great place. It's Easter Sunday. Oh, well, it's winding down. I'm not Aggie tonight. What a beautiful day. Easter reminds me of growing up in the 70s in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Presents, gifts, toys, all sorts of crap. My childhood was beautiful. So even though I don't have biological kids now, or none that I'm claiming, the vibes of this day are good, you know? Good, hold on a second. 305, good evening. We're discussing Rory. Dumbed out.
What's up, King?
Did you see the video, sir? Rory.
What's up, King?
Talking reckless. Yes, sir. Did you see the video?
Rastafari.
Is this Rastafari?
Yes, King.
Hey, man, good to hear from you. What's cracking?
What's happening? That was it. Give thanks for help and strength.
Give thanks. Yes, sir. Where do you want to start?
Yes, sir. The reason why we are in a murder-suicide mode is because of our ungratefulness to our ancestors.
Okay.
Once a race of people worship God in the image of the invader, then they're cursed for life, so they will off themselves. That's just nature, because it's a subconscious self-hate.
Okay.
Because societies are made by socialization, and it's symbolism. You have to have. If Star had a family, Star picture has to be on the wall, and his wife and kids have to know that Star is God. He's the protector. He's the one who defends them.
Right.
And Star's father has to be God Almighty. You know, and Star's mother. It's just that lineage. You have to have that family lineage and extend to your ancestry.
Right.
For a nation or a people to survive. Because every nation is going to have struggle. So you need these reinforcement, these cultural reinforcement,
Good point.
Spiritual reinforcement.
Good point.
And it has to go back to your indigenous beginnings. And black people globally, the war against black people was won long before the sword was drawn. It was won in Ethiopia once they convinced the Ethiopians to accept Christianity. Because remember, before that, the Ethiopians worshipped their king and their queen as God.
Right.
Now the Ethiopians, they threw their king off the throne and said, look, this is the seed of Jesus. We're waiting on Christ. We don't need no goddamn king. And all things fell apart. And that's true throughout the entire African continent and throughout the diaspora.
If I can chime in for a second, I like what you said because in my front door walkway area, I have a huge 24 by 36 picture of my father when he was in the Navy. It's huge. So everyone that comes in, well, I don't have company, but you know, if anybody comes in, you know, that's what they see first.
That's your blessing.
Yeah.
That's your reciprocity.
Yeah.
That's you giving thanks. That's you being grateful.
Yeah.
You can't get no better than that.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead. Continue on, please.
That's you. It's not even like you're looking up to someone else. You're looking up to yourself.
I like
You're
that.
giving gratitude, and then that energy will come back to you in that same blessing.
Very well said.
It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with, it's just being grateful for whatever someone else did for you.
Yeah.
You know, and I have nothing against Jesus, but let those who Jesus comes from worship him. You know, it does not help. And it's not just the color. It's the theology. The theology has to be...
That was very deep what you just said. For those who missed it, let those who come from Jesus worship him. I caught that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because a lot of people got it twisted. and they have
they got it twisted.
They have the doctrines misconstrued. The Bible, if we're talking about the Bible, is Jesus. Well, it's the law of Christianity, but it's not a love letter. But go ahead, sir.
No, I mean, remember these religious systems. Those were the first weapons to conquer. Because once the Romans adopted Christianity because they said, "Whoa, this is easier than attacking them with an entire battalion, with an entire storm. I don't need stormtroopers as long as they accept Jesus and they know that give unto Rome what belongs to Rome." Mm-hmm. And all I have to do as a Roman king is to accept Jesus too.
Apostle Paul was a Roman. Most folks don't know that.
Of course. You understand? But the thing is, it works for the Romans. Right. Because remember, the entire theology and the entire, how would you call it there? The entire scenario of Christianity is based off of Eurocentric beliefs, and there's nothing wrong with that. But once you're a people, you can't go short on this thing. As a people, you can't use another man's father and mother or another man's God to be saved. Your salvation has to come from your village, whoever that person is. Yeah. It's like I don't like, for instance, my leader, even though I'm a Rastafari, we take the name from Haile Selassie, which was Africa.
Yes.
But our leader is Prince Emmanuel. Because Prince Emmanuel comes from Jamaica. He's a Rasta. He has dreads like me. He has the same experience. And he's an elder. He's the one who taught us about Haile Selassie.
Right. Okay.
After reading in Marcus Garvey's Black Truth newspaper that a king was crowned in Ethiopia.
Are you a Marcus Garvey supporter?
I'm a Marcus Garvey sympathizer.
Okay.
Meaning he meant well.
Right. Yeah.
He generally meant well.
Because he never went to Africa. He never went to Africa.
He never went to Africa. And the reason why he never went there, there's actual documented evidence showing that the United States and Jamaica, the Commonwealth of Jamaica and also the United States, they wrote to England not to give him a visa. He could not get an airside, what we call an airside visa today, but it was a shipside visa to go to England and then go over to Africa. He was refused that about 3-4 times.
Well, he had no money. He couldn't afford the trip at that point. After he came, I mean, I forget. I mean, I don't want to go too far back, but
yeah, and
he had no money.
Right. But he also was denied a visa.
Yeah,
because he was trying to go, because remember, he had a shipping company he needed to reestablish in Liberia.
Wait a minute. Whoa. He had an old rusty boat. It's not like he had a fleet of ships.
No, we don't talk about the boat was. He was stand out. That boat was old, rusty.
It was an old rusty boat. He took money up in Harlem. The boat couldn't have made it to Africa. A lot of people say, "Oh, he was banned from Africa." He had no money, and the boat was old and rusty. But I'll let you finish up. Go ahead.
I'm not here to defend that. As I said, logistically, it was a total mess. But that is true. But just the look at what the failure has produced.
Right. Okay.
Without, imagine just him trying and failing. Produced Ghana, produced about 5 or 6 independent states in Africa, because that inspired these Africans. You understand? Sometimes you just have to get on the good foot.
Yeah.
And you may have failed, but other people will be inspired by what you're like, God damn, look what this dude tried.
Yeah. Listen, man, I hate to cut you short. I've got a guy on hold here who spent some Skrilla.
It was all, most of it was all bluff. Yeah. In the sense of, with the marches, but like Minister Farrakhan says, sometimes what we had was the final.
Before we go down that path, let's save that for another day. I got to take this other caller, man. Thank you for tapping in, sir. Thank you.
All right, bless.
Yes, sir. Okay, bless up. Hold on a second. 714. Sorry for the hold. Is this Fatboy Yami? Fatboy Yami. Yes, no, maybe. Where are you, Fatboy Yami?
I'm right here.
Hey, listen, man.
Can you hear me?
I appreciate the donation. I had to talk to the guy before you, man. You have the floor. Take your time. What's going on, man, with who's responding to what now? What the hell? Break this down.
Roy was talking about giving excuse to the 90 shots or whatever. Warrior. What I was saying, that's just one of many things. The warrior gene are aggression.
Okay.
That's not the full thing. Like, he's aggressive. So let's I got Irish homies. I know all 4.
Oh, you mean Rory the caller on my show, not Rory from Rory and
more about them.
Rory the caller.
Oh, go ahead.
Rory the caller. Not Rory.
I'm talking about yeah.
Okay,
no, I'm talking about Rory. He called in and was talking about, I said warrior gene was the excuse for them killing. Yeah, I was just telling him, no, the aggression that we have as black people, that is just one of many. Like, an Irish person has that aggression also.
Okay.
But like salt and pepper, there's many more things that a black person been through, history-wise.
Okay.
And psychologically, that when you add that, all those things together can lead to a quick trigger finger.
Okay.
I didn't went. So it's not just about, he warrior gene, that's why he's finna. No, it's not about that. And reference back to what Rastafarian was saying about gods, we all are gods. Every human living on this earth is a god. They're not awakened or enlightened to that fact yet, but it's all about separating emotions of desire, and it's easier said than done. But if you just really want to dive into the very nitty gritty of it, we are gods. When you start having a self, when you treat yourself with such respect and see yourself a certain way, it reflects off you, and it just helps you at dealing with other people in general. So it all ties back to that. So I'm gonna just call and respond to him.
Well, I'm hearing you. I don't necessarily support, the we're gods,
No,
theory. That's a theory.
It's funny you don't like people who's agnostic. Like, if you go back to the agnostic, the true meaning of agnostic is the dark knowledge of God. People who it's from agnonian. It's an old Latin term of agnostics. Just over time, things written by man gets flipped up and down and then put to a certain thing. So it's all a certain thing. It's people. It's the theory of God. It's people who don't believe in the theory, but you still have a belief to have a belief. So it's just
No, sir. No, sir. I am an atheist. Me personally.
yeah, no, not you in particular.
No,
I'm just
sir.
saying
No, sir. No,
people.
Sir.
Yeah,
And let me just add something here for those who who comment in the rebroadcast, and that's fine. Some people say, "Oh, well, there has to be a painter. Everything has a designer." Improbability is not evidence of design. I'll let you finish up, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's like we all are. Like karma is what we are. It's that in the moment thing. It's unpredictable, but out of the unpredictable, you can have that sustained order. There's no order without the unpredictability. Those two coincide with each other. So just back to.
I'll let you get that one off, but order can also be chaos. But I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
but
I hear you. I got to take other calls, man.
Okay.
Got to take other calls.
No,
I appreciate
thanks.
you,
Take care.
man. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll let you speak, folks. This is the objective perspective. I'm not a know-it-all. I'm just a dropout from New Jersey, even though I went to some private schools. Anybody want to see Asia in the live chat? That's her name now, Asia. Asia has got girls in their feelings. Females that I haven't heard from in a while. Why you got a mannequin now? This is long overdue. It's long overdue. I'm getting ready for what's to come in the future, if I even live that long. Do you know where we're headed in terms of artificial intelligence? Some of you are much smarter than me. Much smarter than me. Stars going crazy. I want you to think that. But as I said before, if a Caucasian were to sit here and say what I'm saying and show you a mannequin head and talk about artificial intelligence and other things, would you say he's crazy, or would you say, oh, I didn't know that? Yo, that's interesting. What would your response be then? See, people of color hate the messenger. This I know for a fact. Wait a minute. What do I have in terms of the thumbnail? Why is the baby's picture in my goddamn show thumbnail? What the hell? I forgot. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Oh, my goodness. Why didn't somebody tell me the baby is in my goddamn show thumbnail? Cognitive functions and other things by way of artificial intelligence. Folks, I've been a sci-fi reader since the 70s. I look forward to the things that mankind has yet to achieve and or explore. Science fiction fascinates me. We've had these discussions before. So anyway, so Asia, want to make an appearance, baby? Now you've seen her before. I'll put her on my Instagram page. I'm just getting in the habit of talking to an AI, an artificial intelligence. Let me ask you guys a question before I get back to the topics. Did I promote Gaia'sGarden.com? Hold on a second. I want to thank them for being a sponsor. Okay, Gaia'sGarden.com. And also, hold on. CaspersAcademy.com. Please visit them and tell them I sent you as well. In terms of artificial intelligence, do you think that we will, How soon do you think that we will be talking to synthetic life forms? The word robot is an old term. How soon before you start going to different places, a drive-through, and you're talking to a synthetic life form? Just a question. Anybody want to jump in? Just drop something. God damn it. How long do you think that you have encountered a synthetic life form already? That's the real question. Have you encountered a synthetic life form and you didn't even realize it? Let's get spooky. Some people think that the internet was created in the 90s. Let's go to area code 708. Good evening, Rory. From Rory and Mal, talking hella spicy about Trey Songz. Do you care? 708.
What's up, Star? Can you hear me fine?
I can hear you, man. Good evening.
Good evening. I actually want to talk to you about the AI.
Please. Go ahead.
All right, and I think I told you like 2-3 times before how blessed you are to have a Korean liver, Star.
Come on, man. Where are you
I'm
going?
not joking. All right. Like I told you before, also, I live in Chicago. I see people all the time. I've worked by the airport as well.
Okay.
I see different people of all races all the time. And I've always said, and I've said this for about 10 years now, that Koreans are the most evolved creatures on this planet.
Right.
South Koreans at least, yeah. And then I dated this South Korean woman. And she told me 3 years ago that they've already had these robots or these AIs in the airport that just walk around and you can ask the.
You're snitching, but go ahead.
No, this is public. This is public. South Korean airport, you can literally just go there.
Right.
It's public, And it's funny that you called your toy Asia because it's just like synchronicity, but yeah, no, I just wanted to congratulate you on your Korean liver, Star, and I appreciate
Well, hang on a second. Never mind the Korean liver. I appreciate the trolling. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, we are here in America. We are behind in terms of the artificial intelligence or the robots or the synthetic life forms. They've already started producing them in Korea in mass numbers with 3D with 3D printers. So you're right. They're already in society. People are thinking, in 20 years, 50 years. No, they're here. They're here.
Oh, they've been here.
They have
Star.
already,
and then
if I can just say this, and then I'll go right back to you. They have already figured out how to get them to walk, to balance without any support. Go ahead, please.
Oh yeah, you see these videos popular on YouTube like 10 years ago, all these like dogs that they create. And I noticed it in gaming too.
Go
that
ahead.
I noticed in gaming too how games from South Korea with different cinematography, different gameplay from 7 years ago are coming out in America, and it's also a licensing thing, Star.
Yeah.
The things that America can't get are probably licensed, and it's a whole bidding war. It's much more of a global chess that's going on in terms of technology also. So that's something that we can't know as public, but keep going, sir. Appreciate the content. Have a good night.
Hang on. Before you go, hold on a second.
Whoa. What's up?
Stay with me. America.
I don't know a lot, but I do know that.
Hang on a second. Just let me get this thought off. We are, even though I love this nation, I'm a proud American, we are very much still and will always be a racist society, and that has a lot to do with the privatized banking system, so on and so forth. But we are greedy, and our hatred and racism prevents us from allowing certain medical cures and different things that are already available to other countries and the United Kingdom. Certain medicine, by way of the FDA and other organizations here that want to make money. If they can't make money, it's not coming here. So yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but with regards to the synthetic life forms, yeah, I just wanted to concur with what you said. They're already in Korea walking in the airports.
Oh yeah, yep, and Singapore as well, and then also with the yep, and with what you just said, also people should know that there are fruits and vegetables that help cure cancer and help destroy cancer cells that certain governments block, from entering their country, but not just from malicious intent, but also it could spread different bacteria. People have to consider both sides. Anyway, appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Sir.
Thank you, sir. Take care. Thank you. Folks, due to a 2021 consensus, what's my source here? The average IQ number worldwide, Singapore has the highest IQ. Yeah, so they do, or they are advanced with regards to the synthetic life forms, or, more commonly known as robots, okay? Anybody want to finish up on former Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms being denied service here in, the Atlanta metro area? I live in Woodstock, but down in Dunwoody at the Perimeter Mall this past Friday, she had on some leggings, and she was denied to even come in. The Capitol Grill, I've been there before. They told her, nope, you can't even sit at the bar. Former mayor, and she's also now a CNN commentator, political commentator, as of February the 7th, according to her Twitter feed, all right? My last caller for the night, area code 949. Good evening, are you there? 949. Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Yo, what's going on, Star? Can I be heard?
Yes, sir. How are you? Good evening.
Hey, I'm just checking in, man. I think I missed the broadcast, but I just wanted to hear your take on Rory with Maul coming out on Trey Songz. Can you speak on any type of ramifications Trey Songz could take? Is it too early to be talking like that? Is everything alleged? Is there any evidence of Trey Songz being an aggressor?
Did you see the video, sir?
No, I'm just now checking in.
Okay.
My bad.
Thank you. Well, listen, sir. We've been sitting here for 2 hours. I've already given my take. I don't do recaps. You can watch the rebroadcast for that. But thank you for calling.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.